Hey guys, I wanted to do this video for a very long time now. After being an Android user for a few months, I wanted to make a video as to why one would want to either switch back to iOS or switch to Android. Now, my iPhone 4, my white iPhone 4 32GB, fell with a case on, which was weird. It fell on the front, so it was a $200 replacement. So what I decided to do was be smart, like I think I am, like a soft moron, and myself. I ended up breaking something on the inside that I didn't realize I had the part to fix. So I just decided that day to dump it all in a bag and get a new iPhone. So I went to Verizon. And I didn't have the money to buy another 32, but I really wanted a 32, and I wasn't going to get a 16. So I wanted to see what they could do. I told them I lost my phone. They were like, "Oh, here, we'll give you a Droid Razor for like $100, which was nice for the price. So I was like, okay, how bad could it be? You know, it's just like a rental phone almost. But I first got it, and I first started using it, and I was okay with it for the first few days. I was like, this phone is awesome. Like, this is a cool phone. I had problems with it actually being big. I don't know why, because I love bigger screens on phones, but for some reason I had a problem with it being big. After a while, I really hated this phone at one point, where I couldn't stand it and I wanted the iPhone. Now I'm okay with it, but when the opportunity arises, I am definitely getting an iPhone. Not that I don't like this phone at all, it's just, I miss my iPhone. Every time I use it, I get very nostalgic. There's a few things that would make someone want to go to an Android, but then later on realize they want to go right back to an iPhone. The customization, the widgets, the different form, even in some cases the better camera, better feel, thinner, you know. A lot of people like the Droid Razor or the Galaxy S3. I personally, if I were to get another Android, I would definitely get the S3. But that's not what I'm talking about. I feel like there's a lot of reasons one would switch to Android, but then those features would get crummy. Because when you go from Android, or when you go from iOS to something like Android, you're missing out on all the apps on a iPod or an iPhone. Now, luckily I have an iPod to keep me occupied throughout the time, and an iPad throughout the time that I have a Droid. But, what people would want to switch back from a Droid would be definitely the apps. I mean, there's way more apps on the iOS platforms. Like, every day, all my friends have an iPhone, so every day I'll be on my phone and they'll be like, "Oh, have you seen this app recently?" And I'm like, "No, because I have a Droid." Because these Droids have nothing. No apps that the iPhones have. They didn't even have Instagram and things like that for a while. So one of the main features that a lot of people like about iOS is the apps. Another is iMessage and iCloud. And a main feature, this was the main reason I'm really thinking about switching back. Two of them, actually. These don't have 30-pin connectors. The only phone in the market that has them is iOS devices. But the only one that has the majority of speakers and stuff and adapters, even cars like my Audi and my BMW, they both have 30-pin connector like chargers and like music cables. And it really gets on my nerves because I can't use that with this. And I don't know if there's something that could connect to it, but another thing that really gets on my nerves is that you can't sync these with Macs. You can use double twist, but it's very hard and it takes forever. And plus, you don't have the iCloud syncability. And another thing I really don't like about Droid is, maybe this is just me, but I really don't like how you can't use anything but Google's wallet or whatever, or a credit card. Now, someone like me, I don't have a credit card. I'm still young. I don't have a credit card, and I'm not planning on getting one anytime soon. I use all my money through PayPal. and they don't even have PayPal functionality, which really, really gets on my nerves with these. You can't even buy music or anything. I have to download third-party apps to get my apps, like Amazon. I have to get apps like that to download my stuff. And even they don't have anything. What I'm really trying to get at is if you're going to do something, like if you're going to do something stupid, this is the first gen iPhone, if you're going to do something stupid and break your iPhone, at least know that you can replace it with a new one. Say it's a crack on the front screen, deal with it for a little until you make money to fix it. The replacement's only $150 to $200 on the front, so that shouldn't be much of an expense depending on your situation. But if anything, unless you really want to go out there and try some new things, if you're sick of the iPhone, if you want to get a new feel, hell yeah, go for the Droid. I mean, I love my Droid and the fact that it has a bigger screen. It's 4G LTE compared to the 4S on Verizon and even AT&T. I think the iPhone's advanced in its own way, and the Android's advanced in its own way too. But I'd say there's a few reasons to switch to Droid, but there are many reasons to switch back to an iOS device. So good luck with you for buying a phone. My best suggestion would definitely be buying an iPhone and at least waiting until you have the time to replace it. I gotta wait till September now, or even October until the new one comes out, which I don't even know if I'll have the money at that point, because breaking contract with Verizon's expensive as shit. But I'll see what I could do, because I don't know how longer I can last with the Droid, honestly. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.